Today I'm going to show you how to collage all of your images together to make your final game board project. So the files that I have open are my image of the game board, the cutout of me, and the cutout of my cat. So beginning with the game board, I want to make sure that this has a nice range of values. So I'm going to check the levels. So down here on the layers panel at the bottom is the middle button, is the adjustment layer button. So I'm going to click that and choose levels. So now I have this diagram of all the lights and darks in the image, and I can see that the line over here where the white slider is empty. So that means that there's no true whites in this image. So I'm going to grab the white slider and drag it into the beginning of the graph. Then on the black slider, I'm going to drag it in just slightly to make sure that there are some true blacks in this image. And it looks a lot better. So now I'm going to go ahead and get the picture of me, and I'm going to separate the tabs by dragging it to the side. I'm going to take the Move tool and click and drag my image over to the other file, and then I'm going to close this. So we can see that this image is way too big, and I'm going to need to shrink it. So in order to shrink it, I have to grab these handles on the corners and drag it to make it smaller. But you do need to do that in a certain way so that you don't distort the image. First of all, you need to have Auto Select, Layer, and Show Transform Control all clicked up here at the top so that you actually have the handles around the image. Now I'm going to hold down Shift and Alt on my keyboard, click and drag on only the handle, only the corner handle, and drag towards the center of the image. Now I'm going to let go of the mouse, then let go of Shift and Alt, and then drag my image up to where I want it to be. And it's still a little bit too large, so I'm going to hold down Shift and Alt on the keyboard, grab only the handle in the corner, and drag it a little bit smaller. So I want my hands to kind of just be grasping the edge of the Scrabble tile and my thumbs to be resting on the top. And I think that looks pretty good right there. So I'm going to go ahead and click the check mark to accept those changes. Then I'm going to get the cat image and separate the tab, drag it to the side a little bit so that I can see both images at once. Again, with the Move tool selected, I'm going to click on the cat, drag it over, and there is the little kitty. And I actually want the cat to be proportionate to me, what size she actually would be. Right now she's pretty large and she's obscuring the J too much. So I'm going to hold down Shift and Alt on the keyboard and use only the corner handle and make it a little bit smaller and move it around so she's just kind of tucked in right next to the J, and she's a little bit more of a realistic size. I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to click the check mark and close this file, and that looks pretty good. So in the next video I'm going to show you how to add some shadows to your game board to give it that final touch of realism. That's it for now.